Hello again, Hokies. It's game day preview time. The GDP. John Laaser, the Hall of Famer, Mike Burnop, and Mikey. Miami comes to town. With them comes the renewal of the rivalry. And interestingly, if you went back to the beginning of the year, two teams that are struggling a little bit, trying to get right against one another inside Lane Stadium.
Well, this rivalry, first, Lays, goes way back to the old Big East days. And, man, there was some battle between these two teams. And you ask those coaches, they always said, who's got the most talent? When you look at the rosters, it's always Miami because they got guys that can flat out play and run. No difference here. This is the team that won 10 games last year, struggled down the stretch, and now they're struggling. They lost 4 games in a row. Hokies are struggling as well. They've got some quarterback issues. The Hokies have had trouble on defense. So this thing could boil down to who wants it more, who wants to get after it. Hokies have not played well at Lane Stadium, and they need to do a better job, obviously, of protecting their home court, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you mentioned the quarterback shuffling for Miami. They've gone back and forth between Malik Rozier and Nkosi Perry. Perry was the freshman who made the start against Georgia Tech in their most recent outing. Hokies will be prepared, of course, for both. And, Mike, I think the interesting thing with this Miami team is when you look back to their last visit to Lane Stadium, they started a trio of freshman linebackers, Shaq Quarterman, Zach McLeod, and Michael Pinckney. Those guys grown up now, and they lead one of the nation's top defenses. Hokies kind of going some of the similar growing pains that Miami did a couple years ago.
Well, that's it. When you look at the youth that the Hokies have at linebacker, it's really a similar, very similar story. And look how much those guys have progressed and how good they are now on Miami's defense. They're very stingy. Linebackers run well. They got some senior leadership in that secondary. They get after you, and it's been a tough nut to crack for opposing teams throwing the ball against that defense. So we'll see. I mean, it's obviously something that the Hokies can look forward to down the road, that these guys are getting a lot of experience now.
Hokies, 2 more games, both of those games inside Lane Stadium. They meet Miami. You are ready for the game. That has been your GDP. For Mike Burnop, I'm John Laaser. We'll see you inside Lane Stadium on Saturday.